everything is getting turned upside on its head. Everything. You cannot open the news and not see everything turning upside on its head. For things to become conscious or things to be turned to love and alchemized to love, we have to see the dark. To see the light, you have to know the dark. To turn something into consciousness, you have to be aware of the unconscious. This is what is happening in the world right now. It is happening in our individual lives and it's happening collectively. Welcome to the Diary series with Danette May. These are the conversations I typically have with myself, shared with you so you feel less alone in yours. This series is for anyone navigating change, awakening, or simply trying to make sense of the world you live in. Trust me, you belong here. Let's get started. Hey, loves, day 6 of the Diary series, and you're getting me sitting here at night. It is dark. I've got the fire on, a candle. It's just me and Ollie. The lights are dim, and I'm just feeling a deep sacredness to connect with all of you. Whew. I never shared with you, but I will share now. I am doing a fast. So I'm going to share a little story. I'm in a lot of transition, actually. I am not only doing a fast, I did a facial peel, and I am shifting my patterns, like not only from the foods I'm eating for the next 5 days and my skin peeling for the next 5 days, and I'm also not drinking any coffee, and I'm in prayer and ritual and moving in different patterns than I normally do. Let me share with you what has transpired to lead me to all this shift and change. As you're listening to this, we're in that first week of the fire horse. Maybe you're listening to this the second week or the third week of the fire horse. Regardless, you're listening to this as we're in this new energy. And we all know everything is getting turned upside on its head. Everything. You cannot open the news and not see everything turning upside on its head. And for things to become conscious or things to be turned to love and alchemized to love, we have to see the dark. To see the light, you have to know the dark. To turn something into consciousness, you have to be aware of the unconscious, right? This is what is happening in the world right now. It is happening in our individual lives and it's happening collectively. We've been talking about these times for the past, at least I have, for the past 2-3 years, potentially 5 years, just feeling something bubbling, and now we're here. We're actually here. And what's happening in my small town, I live in a small mountain town, like don't lock doors, don't even worry about anything. Your kids can be free. There's hardly any traffic. There's more elk on the roads than there are people. Our rush hour is elk traffic. It is a small, peaceful mountain town. And we were one of those mountain towns that had the shootings. The exact same day and around the exact same time as Charlie Kirk's shooting was a shooting in our high school here. And it rocked our community. I happened to have been in Costa Rica at the time that this shooting took place. I had my assistant here, and thankfully my daughter was not in the school. But of course, we're connected to parents. One parent in particular, his son was chased down. His friend he was with got shot, was in the hospital for weeks. So we were on calls with them in Costa Rica. I was trying to book flights home immediately to come back just to be with my daughter. I knew she was safe, as she was communicating with me before the school even communicated with me. She had heard from some classmates that there was shootings going on in the hallway before anyone even knew, before police were even on the scene. And so I broke down crying, of course, knowing that she was safe and knowing that we didn't have answers for the other kids. And this town got, flipped upside on its head. But also I've watched as this town has grown closer, as community has come together, as these kids and their resiliency to return back to school, to support one another. My daughter's in the Honor Society, and one of her best friends is the school class president, and they're just leaders. And I've watched them really rise to the occasion and still enjoy school despite these circumstances. And today, before it'll go on the news, there was another shooting at our rec center today. And my daughter's friend, who we're very close to and have done trips with, is in the locker room as the shooting's going on because the kids like to work out there. And I sit here with a lot of contemplation of all that's being stirred up, and I'm in a fast. I'm actually in a 5-day fast. I'm going to spare the details, but don't worry, I'm actually doing everything that I need to be doing as far as electrolytes and minerals to ensure it's safe. And I have avoided a fast my whole life, actually, even though I'm a health professional and I truly understand the benefits of it. It can help kill cancer cells, it can rejuvenate cells, different illnesses that you're not even aware of in your body, it can heal. And I've gone down the rabbit hole around fasting and prayer for healing properties, how when you have an intention in a prayer, which I've got many already listed, when you combine that with a fast and you're in prayer and you're in the energy of it, the intention of it, these prayers will be answered. And I was feeling very called to a fast, even though it does kind of scare me. It scares me because I like food a lot and because of my childhood. So let me back up. My childhood, I grew up in the Mormon faith, in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints faith. And every month there is a church fast that takes place, and I believe it's the first Sunday of every month. As a child, we were told that this is what we must do, that if we want to draw closer to God, we need to sacrifice, which is hunger as a child. I always heard that word, sacrifice, and fast. And we need to do it out of helping other people that are hungry. We need to do that out of, these were the stories I had, at least as a kid. Whether that's true or not is up for debate, which I'm not interested in debating anybody, but that was the story I had as a child, that I needed to fast and sacrifice. And it was really hard for my little self. It was very hard. One, I wasn't doing it correctly. I wasn't drinking. It was like not drinking electrolytes. I wasn't preparing. I wasn't really sitting down with an intention. I wasn't really learning. I was just more of another strict rule that was placed on me, in my opinion. And what I would do is I would sneak into the pantry to sneak handfuls of anything quick I could grab before getting caught. My mom would prepare the Sunday dinner, because what we would do is ideally fast Saturday night for dinner, go all day Sunday, and then have dinner on Sunday night, so a 24-hour fast. When you're a little kid, that's really, really hard. That's really, really hard. And not understanding how to prep for it, understanding the nutritional components to it, not really knowing the intention and how to really set yourself up for success, it just turned into another punishment, another strict rule I needed to follow, and another strict rule that was laced in shame, because I would sneak into the pantry, like I said, and shove my face with anything quick I could grab or anything I could find. And oftentimes I would get caught, and it would be riddled with shame that get out of the pantry, get out of the kitchen, you're supposed to be fasting, and that look of absolute disgust that I would break the fast. I now am an adult, and I realize that my brothers probably did it, my mom probably did it, and who knows, I don't want to judge on them, but decided I hated fasting, and I didn't understand it, I didn't like it, and as a nutritionist, I understood the health benefits, but I was like, I'm not doing it. And I attempted a few different times as an adult and never made it. I would give in after a day. And I felt the whisperings that, one, it was good for my body. I'm trying to heal my hip, as you know. And I just went for it. I set it on my calendar. I blocked days off. I planned for it. So thinking of the electrolytes I'm going to need, the food I'm going to need for when I'm breaking my fast, how to do this strategically. And I wrote down all my intentions. I'm heading into day 3 tomorrow morning. And I'm actually so dang proud of myself because I know I'm going to make it, because I say day 2 is the hardest. Day 1 was actually quite hard for me because I think I was having caffeine withdrawals, which I didn't identify as someone who's addicted to caffeine, but I must have been. And I had headaches yesterday, and today I felt quite great until about 4 o'clock today. And I really had to sit. I've done a lot of herbal tea. And I'll get into it if you guys want to know. I have a 3-day detox, which I highly recommend doing first, which has key essential nutrients to replenish your cells, which I really believe in the 3-day fat detox that I put out. which is less of a fast, which can give you the nutrients, but it still detoxes your system. That's even hard for me. I rarely do my 3-day detox, even though I know a host of the benefits, and it's one of our best-selling programs. I'll list it below in case you're interested, but I would always start there first, detoxing the body, giving it key nutrients, and then when you feel ready, really researching how to fast appropriately. There's a lot of literature out there. I could also share more. If you guys want more, you need to share this episode out and say, Danette, please share more about you, exactly what you did for your fast, from the mental to the physical, everything I'm taking, all of it, because I'm actually taking a very specific fish oil. I'm taking, like I said, very specific electrolytes. And as long as you keep it under around 200 calories per day, you're going to go into the autophagy phase, which is cell renewal. And that's my key. That's what I want to do. Plus I have my prayers. So to me, this is more, it's about health, but it's also about my prayers. I have very specific prayers that I would love to have answered. And I believe in this. I believe there's power in healing the body and power in intention, focused intention. So I can tell you that my energy is super high, which is really weird. I haven't been working out. I did some stretching today and I hiked twice because I needed to hike Ollie, which where I live, it's a hike. It's not a walk. It's a hike because there's mountains everywhere. There's no straight, just flatness. And I did get worn down by 4. I could feel it. I hurried and got some electrolytes in me. And I did do my 100-calorie option to just keep me in the autophagy phase, but also I was like getting shaky. And now I feel fine. Like I have energy. I'm like cleaning the house. I'm like writing. I'm doing work. I'm feeling really, really good. So I know I'm going to make it through. I did not sleep good last night because I have so much energy. And actually, if you're too low on calories, the brain is active because it's signaling that, so I hope tonight's better. I've heard that by day 3, you start to sleep pretty deep. We shall see. I'll keep you updated on day 7. I'll try to do this maybe it'll be like day 8 to me, but it'll be day 7 to you on the Danette May Show, because then you can really hear about this journey on fast. So I'm doing that. I did a peel, it's a glutathione peel with Dew Skin, Leah at Dew Skin, which I'll link down below in case you want a trusted person. I actually am so glad I went to her and waited to go to her versus other estheticians, because once again, like a chiropractic, even estheticians, just because they have esthetician license doesn't mean they're good. And it's your face. It's like your face. So I just think you should probably research and go to the best. And I really like Leah at Dew Skin. So I'll link her below, but we did this glutathione pill, and tomorrow it's going to start to really peel, and the next day. So like I said, maybe I'll do this like day 8 or day 9, and then you can get an update on my peel. You can get an update on my fast, but I'm changing up my patterns, like no coffee, like I'm waking up and doing different routines. I'm just shifting up my patterns. And why I believe all this is so beneficial is because the world is turning upside down. I want to be a force for love. I want to stay neutral in this. I know some people would disagree with me, but I believe all of this is necessary. It's not that it just was here. This has been going on. This is not new news. It's just that it's finally becoming public. I've known about these pedophiles. I've known about a lot of the things that are coming out to the surface. And what I believe is it needs to come forward for it to change and shift out. And some people are new to this. It's really freaking them out. I've known about this. It's just that it was considered a conspiracy theory before. And I just am learning that I need to trust in a higher power. That unless I'm on the front line and my assignment is in law, my assignment's on the front line, if it's not that, my assignment is regulating my nervous system. My assignment is coherence. My assignment is love. My assignment is loving every part of myself. My assignment is loving everyone that I come in contact with. My assignment is going into the quantum realm every single day and seeing and visualizing and holding the frequency of the world I want to see. That is my assignment. And I know there's a lot of love out there. There's a lot of hard things that we're seeing, but there is a lot of love out there. And there's a lot of great people. I saw it firsthand. You can take an atrocity like a shooting at a school, one kid making this decision, right? But the truth is it's one against thousands that are choosing love despite it. And these kids that got shot saying, hey, I'm choosing to forgive. I'm choosing to move on. And to show up at school and to not live in fear. Like, that is such beautiful work that I am witnessing. And I am choosing to regulate my nervous system, that I can see what's going on, but I don't need to get sucked into it. Because I actually believe, once again, you guys, this is my journal entry, so take it or leave it. This wasn't about you. This is my journal entry, and you chose to listen to it. But I choose to believe, and what I do believe is that everything that's coming out is part of the plan. And that sometimes it has to get a little gnarly for things to get cleaned up. It's like cleaning a house. Doesn't it always get worse before it gets better? If you're going to do a deep clean, I'm not talking a surface level clean. I'm talking a deep clean. That deep clean closet, you got to pull everything out, and it looks messier before it looks better. When we need to heal ourselves, sometimes it feels a little messy before it gets better. We're like, wow, I went on this healing journey, and I feel like I'm stirring it all up, and it's getting worse instead of better. And it does feel like it gets worse before it gets better. The chatter in the brain of a meditating person gets higher and more loud before it gets even to the calmest. So trust in this process. Lean in with more love. Where can you be in more coherence with yourself and those around you? Where can you be more grounding more than ever? Where can you anchor in your prayer of hope? Not a prayer of all the things you don't want to see happening, but a prayer of all the beautiful things you want to see happen. Praying in the positive as if it's happened, saying thank you for allowing these beautiful things to emerge from this. Thank you. This is what I see and I pray for and I hope. And hold the vision of what you want to see in this world, what you want to see within your walls of your home, what you want to see for your community. And hold that vision and don't get swept up, because I actually think evil likes it when we're mad, likes it when we're off balance, when we're thinking that everything we're seeing in front of us is the reality, and they like stirring it up. Because when you're angry, when you're in the frequency of anger and hate, it's a frequency, right? And when you're in the frequency of love, and you're in the frequency of sovereignty, and you're in the frequency of stability and coherence, yeah, that's power. That's where the power lies. I love you so much. Thank you for listening. I would love to hear from you. How do you feel? What's happening for you? Please share the episode out. Click and follow, rate and review, and share with me. I want to hear from you. You can DM me on social at the Danette May. I would love to hear from you. How are you doing? How can I be there for you? How can I support you? And just wrapping you up in so much love. And I'll see you on the next episode. All right, loves. We have officially gone 6 days together on the diary series. It's been so fun to connect with you every single day for the past 6 days. The next episode is actually going to be day 7, but I'm going to have it drop on Tuesday, not on Monday, on Tuesday. So look for it, because I'm sharing about my 5-day fast. I'm sharing about what I uncovered with it. Also the shedding of my skin, because I did this glutathione peel. What is happening in my world? I'm going to share just a few insights about this fast, but if you guys want more about this fast, please let me know. But I am going to be sharing some information about it on the next episode of the Danette May Show. Go ahead and click follow and like so you do not miss this episode. It will be our last episode of the diary series, which will drop Tuesday. If you've been listening to this every single day, I love you and I mean it.